today I'm going to show you how I made this really cute candle holder. It is 4 reindeers holding this plank where the candle will sit, and it is going to look something like this. Now I will be making 6 of these guys, and they will be part of my centerpiece for Christmas dinner. I'm going to have 6 of them right in the middle of the table among other Christmas decorations. This pattern, it's not my pattern. I downloaded it for free from the internet from a website called Steve Goods. If you're not familiar with Steve Goods, he is very well known into the scrolling community. He also has a YouTube channel, he has a website, and on his website he gives away for free thousands and thousands of patterns. I've done a few of his patterns and they're all really good. So I encourage you to go check him out. Check out his YouTube channel, subscribe, comment, like. And, check out his website and download yourself a couple of patterns and get to it. Now, another thing I wanted to show you is the finish I put on this, because this walnut was kind of drabby and gray, and I put a special finish to get it this really rich, dark tone. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So here is our pattern, very simple pattern. I'll start with cutting it. And then I'll glue it to my board. The boards I'm using, it's walnut. They are a 1/2 inch thick for the stand itself. And then for the round circle that holds the candle, I'll be using 1/4 inch walnut. I sourced my 1/2 inch wood on Amazon, the walnut, cherry, maple. And I found a good source for it. I'll put a link in the description below if you're interested. If you do not have a bandsaw and you cannot resaw your wood, I buy them on planks like this. This is 8 by 24. Good quality planks, and they're perfect for scroll sawing or for laser and all of that stuff. I do have a good bandsaw. I do resaw my wood, but sometimes I just buy them because it's faster. They're surfaced on all 4 sides. Just makes it a little bit faster and easier. I cut our pattern, and what I will do, first, I'll put some blue tape onto my wood. I find that it makes it a lot easier to remove afterwards if you put blue tape on. That should be enough. And now I'm gonna spray some adhesive in the back of my patterns. I like to use this 3M 77. So that's what I'm gonna spray in the back, and then we'll glue it to our board. And I'll do the same with the circle, but I'll do it on my 1/4 inch material. And then I'll put some packing tape on top of it, and this will help it lubricate the blade. It just goes a little bit smoother. Also, you don't get burn marks. Walnut doesn't really tend to burn, more like cherry, but this is the way I like to do it. All right, now I'm gonna go to the drill press and pre-drill the insides, like between the deer's legs, and then cut those parts out, and we'll go from there. Now for the blades, I like to use this Pegas modified geometry blades. I'm gonna use a number 5. And I like to use these ones because they're the only blade that do not drift. So makes it easy to cut straight lines. First, I made sure that my blade is exactly at 90 degrees, which it is. I use one of these handy dandy 2-inch squares. And I'm gonna start with the inside cuts. So here are our pieces. It was not hard to cut, actually it was pretty easy. I did give them just a tiny little bit of sanding, and I was not so good at cutting the circle. Circle seems to be the hardest for me, but it resembles a circle good enough. So the way this works is you see these notches over here. One has a notch on the top and one has a notch on the bottom. So that means they just go like this. Now you could just leave them like that and that will work. The circle goes here, but I am going to glue them, and I'm just going to use CA glue for this. And then we'll apply a finish and we'll see what it looks like when it's all done. Just a dab of CA glue, it doesn't take much. I don't want it to spill out and cause problems. So some CA glue on that one, some accelerator on this one. And there you go. Hold it down for a few seconds. And then for the circle, the same thing. I'll just glue it over there. A few drops. You can use wood glue. I just feel like this is not gonna be something that, it's gonna see a lot of abuse. So anything really would work. And that looks good. Give this a few seconds, and then I'm gonna put this Danish oil, and this is black walnut. I like to use this on walnut just because it darkens it a little bit. And I think it makes it prettier, especially if you have some walnut that is kiln dry and it has that gray look that is not so attractive. This works really well. I need a small container though, because I will use a brush, because there's so many tiny spaces that will be hard to get in with a pad. I would be using this tiny container to put some oil in. And then for the brush, I'm gonna use this acid brush. The hairs are too long, so I'm gonna clip them with some scissors to about half the length. I'm gonna pour some of this oil in here. Ooh, way too much. All right, might have to pour some back in here when we're done, if I don't spill it all over my table. And let's see. You see how black it is? I can use a pad for this part.